Oh, get headphones, please, next time.
Right, I'm gonna go make a sandwich. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, we're just live. We're live. Where you going, you big Egypt? Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of Sandwich Making. I am Andy Corn, and with me, as always, is Sam Brooks. You hit the live button, so we're now live. With me as well, making his grand return.
I can hear it because I didn't mute the YouTube player. I was very confused. I thought it was coming out of somewhere else, but no.
We are totally professional.
Sponsored by Roses.
No,
A scrumptious bunch of chocolates. Did you know that in a packet of roses you get a many variety of different flavors all ready to be shoved up your bum?
With me as always is Keelan Balderson. Well, not always, he's here now. Say hi.
With me once a year is Keelan Balderson.
Hello.
He's happy to be here. Can't you tell?
Gone?
He went to make a sandwich. What part of it?
We just started the show.
Because he's a dick. That's why.
I know he is, but when? God sake.
At least we know he's got more of a flat than just a single room because he left one room and went into another.
Huh?
In London, that's quite rare.
That is quite very rare for London.
Anyway, enough property talk. We're not Suplah, we are Suplah.
Property Survivor series.
My head's also bleeding.
You have to survive a house.
Andrew's turned into fucking Abdul the Butcher. He just bleeds.
No Akimbo in the chat says, classic fucking Liam. What's up, bitches? What a mess already. A dick sandwich.
Anyway.
Hi, bitch.
Hello. So, tonight...
Not you.
Oh.
I'm not done. Fucking, there's more people here. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
This fucking singer-song lover who says, what sandwich is Liam having? Dick sandwich. We've already established that firmly. Firmly and fully. Good japes. Choking on water at the start of the show. Fucking sets the tone really well for the next 2 hours.
Andy doesn't drink water.
Brian Martinez says, things are happening. Yes, they are.
We can say categorically things are happening.
And finally, the Supreme Leader says, I'm sitting next to Andy, so I have him shouting in my left ear, and I have headphones on. I'm very confused. Well, that's your fault, and your fault alone.
Wow.
You're not going to defend her at all? You're just going to sit there awkwardly? Stewing in your own beta?
Leave the Supreme Leader alone. Leave her alone, damn it.
Oh no, what is she going to do, other than put me in an internment camp?
That's pretty bad, to be honest.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not a vacation.
No.
Some of them had swimming pools. According to strange people on the internet.
This is gonna be a fun 2 hours, I can tell.
Where's he gone?
It's a make a fucking sandwich! Do you have fucking memory loss?
Why would you do that?
Where's Liam? Where is he? He's not on camera, therefore he doesn't exist anymore.
Why would you?
He's like a baby playing peekaboo, right?
Yeah, he has no object of permanence.
I'm alive again. Oh, what happened to the world?
Why would you go and make a sandwich?
Because he is a dick. We have discussed this at length.
And also hungry.
Probably. A hungry dick that waited until we hit the live button to go make a fucking sandwich. So, you know, this is gonna be a fun time. Sponsored by Roses. He should have had Roses instead, because they are our sponsor.
Anyway, last night was NXT Takeover War Games. Who saw it?
Me.
I did too.
Me.
Liam did as well, but he's not here anymore, so whatever, right?
Beckham. So,
what did you think?
It was very good.
It was very good. Every match had something to it, except the first one. But ignore that, it was only 5 minutes long anyway. Shall we have a look at the card?
It reminds me why WWE is too long. In everything they do. It's too long. Just 2.5 hours was perfectly fine. We don't need 20 hours.
No, WrestleMania needs to be 6 hours long. You need to spend a quarter of a fucking full day sitting down and watching mediocre wrestling. It's great, right? No, you can just instead sit down for 2.5 hours and watch some good wrestling, which is what happened. First match on the card was Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan. It lasted all of 5 minutes. Lars Sullivan got the win. It weren't bad. It just did what it needed to do, and it put over Lars. That's all. That's all it was.
Who is a legitimate freak.
He is. That's also the title of his entrance music.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, fun facts with the Suplah. But yeah, I like Lars. I feel like he's on for. He's gonna be doing good things. Oh, I might fucking. Is anyone interrupting me with noises? Putting down plates and cutlery?
Is this guy?
Well, I didn't want to hold it
Yeah.
the whole show. So.
No, God forbid. But yeah, Sullivan's cool. I look forward to him having just one name when he moves up to the roster. As you can tell, that's a name they're gonna like just split in half. Either way, he's either gonna be, oh my God, who's this? It's Lars.
I think they're going to change
What's
his
he doing?
nationality. He's gonna
Change
be-
his nationality? That's a very dangerous way of thinking.
Vince will just make him Russian or some
Like
other
they did
weird
with
place
Rusev.
where freaks apparently come from that isn't America.
Some other weird place.
Iceland, like he was born in an ice cube and cut his way out. and-
That's why moms go to Iceland. The freaks.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew it all along.
There was a point in there somewhere, but you can.
I can't see it. Feel like we lost it. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
no!
Oh, fucking shit almighty. Brian Martinez says, Andy is just worried about his daddy Liam. How long does it take to make a sandwich? Why is he still gone?
Is he dead?
Depends what's in it, how big the sandwich is, whether you've got all the ingredients.
Is he dead?
How far the kitchen is away from where he left us.
I think he's
It's
dead.
actually 2 miles away.
There's a lot of variables.
He's not walked into it yet. He's got a long way to go. He'll be
It's a
back when
super
this
long
stream's over.
hallway to nowhere.
Yeah, it's like the one in the Matrix. Just
I
without
love
all the-
how this was like the band is back together. Do, 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 do,
Yeah, do you want to
do.
fucking explain this little fucking thing right now since you brought it up?
So basically, Liam was supposed to be here. Do, 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 do. Do,
Stop.
do it.
Stop making that noise.
Do
Stop
it.
it.
Anyways, the point is that
Remember when the NWO were around and they did the thing and they went doo 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 doo?
Oh yeah, it was like
That was
the best thing that ever happened in the history.
Yeah,
of wrestling.
it was Hall of
Broke
Fame
all the
worthy.
ratings.
Nice alarm!
That's not me.
I don't care.
Okay, so basically, Liam was supposed to be here in the Maryland of Lincoln, but unfortunately, he's just got a place in the Maryland of London. So unfortunately, he can't afford to get the train to come here.
It's like it knew we were talking about him and it just showed his place.
What is happening? So basically, he can't be here today because
Look at all his fake books that he's never read.
yeah, I mean, look at these fake books.
What are we
Like,
critiquing his living room now? Like,
Yes!
this is what we're
It's
doing?
like a Tinder background.
Okay, let me just fucking switch to the camera here for a sec. And now, live and in person, Liam's living room. Look at those curtains and how shitty they are.
Ah,
Yeah, let's just review his living room.
yes, let's have a look at
Look
this
at all of
living
those
room.
ornaments on the top of the weird bookshelf. What the fuck kind of layout is that for a bookshelf?
The dirtiest one of all.
He has a shit chair.
Yeah, he doesn't even have an office chair. What's that about?
Maybe he has a dining room with table,
What's
unlike
an
you.
office chair?
The one that kind of spins around.
That's a computer chair.
That's an office chair, isn't it?
It's a computer chair.
It's an office chair.
I like his lack of anything on the walls.
Cement.
Probably a little fucking great alarm as well.
what is wrong with this guy?
Is that Liam's like help alarm? Like
Right. Anyway,
Help,
we're
I'm stuck
busy
in a sandwich.
critiquing a man's living room when we should be talking about NXT. For fuck's sake,
I'm stuck in a
Black.
sandwich. Help!
Aleister Black, fucking Velveteen Dream. That's his name. That's his name. He said it. That was a great match.
Hendrix
Prince.
slash Prince slash
Totally just Prince.
slash that guy from WCW who was also doing the same thing. Slash
Which one?
Prince Iakea.
The artist known as for no.
She was with Booker T's wife before she was Booker T's wife.
Yes,
I feel educated today.
you should.
And he had a feud with someone called Kiwi.
can see why that company died. Yeah, I thought this match was actually really fucking great. Black won, obviously. But, you know, Dream is fucking impressive for someone who's younger than literally all of us.
I liked how when he got trapped, he was just screaming, "Help me!" It was convincing.
Ref, help me. I'm
I
incapable of getting out of this myself. Even though everyone has.
myself into it, but carry on.
Yeah. Kayfabe.
Kafab.
His ring gear, though, that was something else.
It's like Rick Rude-esque.
Yeah, if Rick Rude had, it on the thighs and himself on the other thigh.
Oh, say thighs, Andrew.
Thighs.
Thighs. Thighs, those thumbs.
Fucking phone alarms!
Right, I'm calling Keelan. Oh no, I can't call Keelan. Keelan's next to me. I'm gonna call Liam. Wait, his phone is there. It's pointless. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna ask him.
Great plan.
I know.
I love doing these shows. Fucking Christ. Let's look in the chat.
Okay.
Fucking Nono Akimbo says, Andy, what is happening, Quan? Yeah, you say what is happening a lot. Are you okay? Do you need help readjusting?
Yes.
Great. Brian Martinez says, where is the Dr. Pepper shirt?
I don't wear that anymore.
Yeah, because we made fun of you for it.
I only wear it lounging around the house. I don't wear it on shows anymore.
Great.
This is
We
his
did that.
professional attire.
Yeah, so professional. Much brown. Very wow.
It's red. It's like burgundy.
It comes across as shit brown on the camera.
Burgundy. Look, it's burgundy. Burgundy.
Shit brown. Shit brown.
What?
That's what it looks like. Anyway.
Shit brown. If you're shit.
Nono Akimbo says, what the fuck is this show? I agree. What the fuck is this show?
The best show on earth.
Right. Bullet Club vs. Shield is here and says, Velveteen Dream reminds me of Prince and Rick Rude. Yeah. I think he's destined for good things. Definitely. Especially within NXT. Main roster could go either way. I feel like there's a ceiling on that gimmick, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Hopefully I will be whenever he moves up, but for now, I'm okay with him being in NXT, shining through, because he's obviously not perfect. Like, he's got things that need working on. Otherwise,
he's
he wouldn't
not
be
very
there.
old, so he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, he's 22. 22!
Then again, I hope they don't do that thing where his gimmick gets old before they even bring him up, and then it just sucks. Like, WWE sometimes has a problem with striking while the iron's hot.
Yeah, they do.
Like
they do.
Roman Reigns and whatever. Go down the list.
But let's not be depressed about it all. Brian Martinez asks, what happened to the Chris Benoit files?
I don't know. What happened to the Chris Benoit files?
Did something happen and we don't know? Feel like he's asking, did they end or not? In which case, yes.
Yeah, they ended. I thought it was quite definitive.
There's only 5.
Unless they've somehow gone offline, and that's what he's asking. Because if they are, then I'm going to be.
We've been getting some comments on it. We've been getting some groundswell on those lately. So.
Yeah. Also, I meant to ask you what you meant by that.
Yeah, we're just getting an influx of comments on them, just random files. Don't know why.
Are they on the Suplah channel too?
Oh, I love noise. I love background noise during the shows, isn't it wonderful? Are we good? Are we situated? No, we're not. All right.
Sit down! You an asshole!
Oh, he's coming in.
Oh, he's just a pleb. I hate him. Get him off the show. Get him off. God, he's a feckin' idiot.
Who made you king? Fuck off.
Yeah, Mr. Democracy and all that shit. That scene went out the window.
Mr. Labour.
You should see how he talks about his job. He's like, no one will listen to me. I'm the boss.
They don't say that. Anyway, what? Oh, there he is. Captain Numbnuts. I'm gonna make a fucking sandwich.
What? We were just talking, so I thought I'm going to make a sandwich. It's 8 o'clock.
Now 8:15.
Do you have a problem? Like, do you have the not the cognitive ability to understand that you need to make the sandwich before we start a goddamn show? You big fucking idiot.
Sponsored by Roses, a cunt full of chocolates. Anyway, fucking Takeover, everybody. Let's move on to the Fatal 4-Way. A new women's champion was crowned, and it was Ember Moon. Okay. I'm fine with it. Because she's the one who gave Asuka the most of a challenge.
My girlfriend watched this match with me, and she doesn't like Peyton Royce, which is fair enough.
What? Fuck off. She's great.
Why don't you like Peyton Royce?
Bad acting.
She's bad acting.
Oh, in
I thought you
wrestling.
were going to say because she was Australian, and then I was going to say that's racist. But
She's not iconic.
That would be xenophobic then.
She's...
I'm glad we took it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Great contribution. Mixing up Australia as a race. What? What is what? What?
there are Australian people who are native to Australia who are.
I love it when people eat and then talk at the same time! Fucking Christ! God, why do you all do this to me? Are you trying to kill me? Because you're going to. I'm literally going to die eventually, and you'll all be sorry because Liam went to make a fucking sandwich when we decided to talk each other
I'm
about
gonna have to pay money to go to your funeral because it won't be near me.
You're not invited. Screw you. Anyway,
Anyone's invited. You can't not invite someone to a funeral. It's open.
I just want to eat my dinner.
couldn't have done that before the show.
That's what, like, this is the reason why you don't do this anymore.
I actually had a point about the four-way. Now I've forgotten.
For fuck's sake! No! Can we please get some semblance of order here? I love Peyton Royce. She's great. She's entertaining as fuck. That's why I'm a fan of her. Nikki Cross, also entertaining as fuck. And very good in the ring.
Oh yeah, the ending. The way Asuka gave the belt over, it almost looked sarcastic, like something was going to go down, but then it didn't.
Yeah, I feel like that was kind of a point, because they've fought before.
Yeah, but I don't know. To me, it just looked like Asuka didn't know what she was trying to do.
Well, that's probably true, but either way.
Ember Moon had to cry.
Yeah, I mean, they all cry now because...
Right.
Christ fucking dog shit,
What?
please.
Liam, you are like the worst person on earth. You know that?
Wow. I mean, there's Robert Mugabe, but I'm the worst.
He's no longer a thing. Shut up.
He's not. No. He's actually said that he's staying on. So.
What's fucking happened now? People are talking about Justice League in the chat. That's how bad we are. They don't give a fuck what we're saying. They're talking about fucking DC movies. For fuck's sake.
I saw it too today, and I have some.
I don't give a shit. Don't care. Good for you. You have a life and you see movies. Great.
And make
Talk about
sandwiches.
NXT for now.
Don't forget sandwiches.
Can we talk spoilers?
No, we can't.
okay.
Because I want to talk about NXT. For the love of fucking Christ. We're nearly half an hour through, and we've not even done anything about Survivor Series. So if we could please just try and...
No,
this
stop!
Oh, you giant toolbox.
Yelling! Can we please channel this chaos into something productive?
I'm
Please.
eating my sandwich.
Good for you, fuckface. So,
You see, I didn't miss much on these shows.
I can see why you do this once a year. If that.
Takes me a year
Great.
to recover.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
So,
what was the next match?
Ember Moon is champion, great. Next match, Drew McIntyre, or Drew Galloway, if you're the backstage interviewer and you don't know any better, versus Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega, NXT Championship. Everyone thought McIntyre would retain, including myself, but then, shock horror, El Ingobernable, Andrade Almas, new NXT champion.
Okay,
What do we think?
is he only the champion because Galloway is hurt?
No, clearly Galloway got hurt at the end of this match, and the plan was to always have Andrade beat him. I honestly think the plan was to put Galloway on the main roster. Because that's what happens whenever NXT champions lose it. They either get it back a week
all the
later.
time. Not all the time. Just
Well,
few
most of the time.
They'll get it back in order.
Joe,
You are just
Just the Liam eating. He didn't
Yeah.
even make a noise.
It's
What's
just,
wrong
it's
with
just
this
him
system?
staring into space, eating a sandwich.
I'm happy.
Oh, you! Oh, whoop-de-doo for you! No one
someone has
cares.
to be happy tonight, I suppose. Why let it not be Liam?
What is Sam
Thank
jumping out?
I love Andrade Cien Almas. I think he's great. I feel like they're booking him well now, and I hope it continues. I'm glad he's the champion. He's my boy. I love him.
I
Do you
think
like my
he's good.
bookshelves? Do you like my bookshelves?
Shut up, you
I,
cretin!
We've already dissed your fake books and weird shelves.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, if you're just gonna rustle things into the mic, I'm just gonna mute you, if that's okay.
I'm just opening a pack of crisps.
Yeah, you could not be a cunt. How about that?
It's just a pack of crisps, mate.
Yeah, it's like fucking rustling into the microphone. It's not a good noise.
I feel like
Christ.
Sam's going through his own personal Survivor series.
I'm
Will it make it
surviving this series
Will it
very
make it
poorly.
Survivor or not?
Nope.
People make me want to start drink. Right. Okay, I'm just gonna.
No, okay, right. Here's my thoughts on Andre Cien Outlook. So
Andre 3000 from Outlaws.
He said Andre Cien Outlook. No, that's an email program.
Atlas CN book map. Brilliant. What's this fuck? What are your fucking opinions on this guy that you can't pronounce the name of?
Ray my stereo. Anyway, so he's good. I don't know. They need to like change his theme music or something because it just.
Oh, what's wrong with his theme music?
Oh, it's crap. It's just like.
Oh, great. Good criticism. What's wrong with his music? I hate it. Brilliant.
It's just like rubbish.
It's just shit.
So it's not actually rubbish. It's just like rubbish. So,
Well, basically,
so garbage.
It's just really quiet and just not good.
It's not quiet.
It is.
It's not you talking after you've been proven wrong. It's not like.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
It would be very good if that was the theme.
I mean, he's really good in the ring. I mean, that moonsault he did onto the outside was pretty badass.
I mean, there's no questioning his in-ring ability. Like, I'd put him up there as one of the best workers right now, to be honest. And I know people are going to be like, but he lost all of his takeover matches. Fucking La Sombra, outside of WWE. Ring a bell, it's that guy. The guy who had matches with Nakamura.
It took me
In
long
New
enough to
Japan.
realise that as well, which is pretty sad.
Yeah, people don't make that link for whatever reason. It's like Steen and Generico, but I guess when you
gonna
lose a
make a point.
mask.
I don't think he's very good with his facial expressions.
Well, he did wrestle
He's
under a
really-
mask for
That's what I
several
mean. And I'm
years.
thinking, oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he's in NXT, like, and there's plenty of time for him to improve on that. So I feel like it'll be fine, and I feel like now that he's the champion of the brand, he's gonna be given more storylines that can help him improve on areas that he's maybe not doing so well in, because he's not perfect. Like, no one's perfect, except Kenny Omega if you are What Culture, but no one's perfect, and there's more room to improve for everybody. I'm just sad that apparently McIntyre has now been injured.
Yeah.
What is his injury?
Apparently he's done
Well-
something. He tweaked his shoulder.
No, his bicep has been like torn off his shoulder or something. Like,
Oh,
remember that spot at the end where he did the super DDT, and McIntyre was holding onto the rope. Apparently, he held onto it for a bit too long, and it just ripped off. And it didn't look good, boys. And he might be out for about half a year. So
Oh, dear. Well, let's hope when he returns, it's on the main roster out of nowhere.
yeah, he's totally gonna return. Like, if he's cleared by then, I'm not just gonna be like
Royal
people
Rumble is
were
that
earlier
way
this
too
year with
early?
Balor, where they were like, he's gonna return to the Rumble, even though he's not cleared at all, and nothing's been said about it. I feel like as soon as he's been cleared, we'll know.
I mean, he
But
could
he'll
turn
show
up
up.
then. He could turn up then the night after Mania. Could he, in theory?
Yeah,
That bit too early. I don't know.
it depends. Like, obviously, we're not
How many-
doctors.
How many Z-packs he gets? and Whether he's
50,
jumping,
50 sets of antibiotics will fix this muscle tear. What could possibly go wrong? But yeah, he could show up. He may show up. He might not show up. Who knows? We're not doctors.
What can I hear? What's
Me? I'm talking. Hello. I'm not used to that sound.
Sounds like someone's just on the mic scratching it.
Not me. Anyways, Liam done eating? No, he's not. Brilliant.
No, of course he's not. He's not going to be done eating the whole show.
The chat are talking about Justice League because we're terrible at our jobs and they don't want to talk to us apparently.
You don't know that.
Well, look, Clever Stuart says Tranquilo. Tranquilo, indeed. Fucking, I love Cien Almas, like, his Tranquilo thing. He's one of the founding members of Los Ingoba hard to pronounce stable name. You may have heard of, but you may have seen me wear on a shirt before now. But
The only lost team I know is Los Boricuas, and they have not been around.
of course,
for
why
20
would it be
years.
any other team? What's this that obscure team from like 50 years ago? We don't even know anymore. I know who they are, to be fair. What else are people saying? Justice League, Justice League. Bullet Club says, I love Zelina Vega. She's amazing. I feel like she's the right level of annoying, where I'm just like, shut up, just fuck off. But she is a good manager, and she gets involved with spots and everything, like Hurricane Runners and everything. Like, she's good.
She's
It's exactly what Andrade
a
needed.
lot smaller than Drew Galloway.
Well, many people are apparently a lot smaller than he is because he's deceptively massive. He's like the size of a house. Madness. And she's the size of a very small house, so
Andy.
by comparison, yeah, she's literally like 5 foot or something crazy.
Andy,
Like,
you're a little Hispanic woman.
Yeah, good.
the more you know. Anyway, Bullet Club says people are comparing almost winning the title to Jinder winning with the whole he was jobbing before he won. Nah,
No, not really. 'Cause
no. Almost never jobbed.
high-profile matches, just didn't win the high-profile matches.
Yeah, because he was always put against debuting talents like Bobby Roode, Aleister Black, Roderick Strong. It was almost unfair at a point because it was like, oh, there's new fucking fresh faces coming into NXT. CN, go. Lose to them. First round, out of the gate. He's like, adios mio. For fuck's sake. Like, it's just not, it wasn't good for the longest time.
At least there was a storyline to why eventually.
Yeah, they actually turned it into a story. Like, he was obsessed with the partying. Like Andy.
Yeah, Andy always like going off in those.
Always fucking off to Super Bowl.
I don't go to that anymore.
Great, I'm glad you've evolved. I'm glad your character has evolved beyond this point.
He is now a member of staff. He cannot go to student things anymore. He has a lanyard.
Why are you taking the mick up the lanyard?
Because you're a lanyard wanker.
Wow.
Can we get Lanyard Wanker in the chat, please? Just so I know we're still alive and people are paying attention, because that would be great. War Games.
Oh, it was amazing.
Fuck. Never seen a War Games before. I assume Keelan, of course you've seen a War Games before, right? You're Keelan Balderson. Yeah, how did it compare to the old ones?
A lot. The old ones, as good as you think they are, because of just the hype they've been given, they were actually clusters. Just complete clusterfucks normally. So I like this better than, like, I can't think of any others off the top of my head. This is probably the best one.
Yeah, apparently there have been like 20 War Games matches. Like, the way they've been building it up, you think there were like 4. Like, you think there were just none. Like, it's mad as how many there are. Apparently.
And
That's how they
like,
say.
I think that normally the War Games matches would just have only 2 teams, but there'd be loads on each team. Is that right?
I think it was like 5 versus 5, right?
Like, there's been a lot of different kinds of War Games. And then, like, some other promotions have stolen the idea and changed it. But
Well, I enjoyed the War Games match. I thought it was a fun, like, crazy spot fest and everything. And people were complaining, but like, oh, the first 10 minutes are fucking slow. And it's like, well,
that's the point. It builds it up, you biggie.
That's the fucking point. It's the pacing of a match, guys. It's not going to be balls to the wall insane when it's just 3 guys from 3 separate factions in there with no weapons. Like, come on, give them a break.
Whether they didn't overdo it and go like TNA's route and just add 7 different kinds of stipulations. Like, they kept it relatively simple.
A reverse steel cage electric wire match.
You have to climb into the cage first, and then break open a wall, and then climb up the ladder, which is backstage.
And then
you have to hang the belt up. I don't know why there's a belt in it, because the belt's not on the line, but there's a belt for some reason.
It's just the belt of the match.
But then you have to get the big X, and then you win.
Then you combine the X with the belt. You have to slot it in like a fucking Jungle Run puzzle.
Oh, you have to get a copy of War Games on DVD, which
you have to go to Walmart and buy War Games.
Sam doesn't like that movie.
If only Janie was here as well to really drive that joke home.
War Games.
Fucking shut up. All right. No one's gonna get that. So moving on. War Games was just a brilliant show. It was great. It was fun. I had fun watching it.
Shame there's only like half a crowd in there, but you know.
Yeah, the attendance wasn't the best, and you can kind of, as great as a job as WWE tried to do to make it look like it was filled, the bit where it showed Asuka, Finn Balor, and Funaki, which one's the odd one out in that lineup? You could tell that. You could tell in the background that there was like a load of people who weren't actually there. There was like a load of empty seats.
No, I feel like they were cleared out before Asuka came out, just to, for safety reasons.
Is that a joke?
If she murders anyone.
Oh, that's the joke.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, dickhead.
Oh, I see. There's a joke there. Okay.
I love having you on shows. You're great. Fuck my life. Brown Martinez says, classic TNA reverse ladder steel cage match. We'll probably get that in WWE at some point. Like
Dixieland reverse steel cage match electrified.
The reverse Hunterland match.
There you go.
And then when you climb the ladder,
you have to dig yourself out of a grave with a shovel.
And then when you get out, you stand over it. Go,
dig up, stupid!
dig up, stupid!
At NXT Takeover, dig up, stupid. These are just brawl names. But anyway, yeah, War Games was fun. It made me feel like it was good to be a wrestling fan for just one night. And usually with takeovers, you always worry, is the main roster going to live up to this? I think, yeah. I'm actually really excited for Survivor Series. I don't know about
I'm hyped.
I am so hyped.
I am hype. I am hype.
I am hype. I don't get hype. I stay hype.
Why does he make everything awkward?
I don't know. It pisses me off sometimes. How awkward things are.
I am hype.
I don't make everything awkward, do I?
You fucking sandbag everything, and then you sit there for a little minute, and then there's silence, and it makes everything even more awkward, and then you say, anyway, moving on. Lather, rinse, repeat every fucking half hour. That's you. That's why you're a nightmare. You have a British nightmare. Like the American nightmare, but British.
Contemplating his life.
Yeah, if the Supreme Leader stays with you for all of his criticism, you found the one. Congratulations. You found the one. Billy Gunn.
Don't celebrate too early.
Singer Song Lover. I love that name, by the way. That's great. Overall, War Games was a good match, and good to see Ember Moon and Peyton Royce. Yeah, the women's match was good. I think every match, again, except for the first match, because it wasn't really a match as much as it was a point. It was just a point to get Lars over.
Every NXT show it's good. I enjoy it. Wasn't a chore to watch.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I actually enjoyed it.
That's how
It reminds me of why I'm a fan.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
It's almost as if Triple H should run this thing now.
Well, I don't know about that. NXT small scale.
Yeah, but then
I don't know how he'd handle running two separate shows. Anyway, shall we talk about Survivor Series and our resident Megaweight Predictions Championship?
Ooh! Can I go get my belt?
Well, fucking, I hoped you had it already! Why do you not have it? You're the fucking champ, you dickhead!
I want to know at what point I lost the belt, because last time I heard I was the champion.
Did you ever have it?
I had it when we left the Super City Hall version.
Oh, that's dead. Like, that thing's dead. We did a new thing where everyone can compete and we have our own belts.
It broke.
It broke?
What's happening?
What do you mean it broke?
Where
Come on,
is
what
it?
broke?
Where is everybody?
Great, this is worrying.
Live shows!
What do you
This is brilliant.
There
We're
it is.
apparently fine. Here we are. Hello. Right, so, first order of business. Keelan, are you competing for the Suplaplex Megaweight Predictions Championship of the World tonight?
First, I would like someone to explain how I lost the last belt.
Because we moved
We
house.
don't know. We don't think you ever had it. We think this might be a new thing. We're not sure.
I think I can lay claim to having this one.
No.
Okay. The way this works is that we all predict what's going to happen on the pay-per-view, and then whoever gets the most right gets the belt. But since we don't want to send a belt between us, because we're all poor and we don't want to pay for postage, we have our own resident belts. Like Andy has the shitty toy belt, Liam has his Venom mug. What would your belt be?
This one.
No, it's my belt.
It's
No!
mine.
My belt.
It's mine.
My belt. My precious. No.
But Andy needs to.
You
find
chose
his
this
own
lad,
belt.
Kim.
What? Where's
chose this lad.
my own belt?
I just won it.
I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna pass that motion. Keelan, your totem.
No,
Whatever.
I pretended to mine. No. Where?
Fucking listen to Andy. You shrieking like a banshee for fuck's sake. Come back. Come back here.
He's got to go find some other object.
You could just.
You guys can just swap the belt.
You can share like
Together.
good boys, maybe.
It's not communism.
It's not what sharing is. Children are not communists. They just share. For fuck's sake, not everything's political.
I have a belt as well.
What is it? Let me
Look at
see.
my
No, that's for trousers.
belt. I have a belt.
Andy. You and Keelan live at the same place, right?
Yes.
You do know you can just share the belt, and whoever wins it
But that's
hands
what
the
I got to
belt.
begin with.
Just
Then
swap
what is
belts,
going
for fuck's
on?
sake. Andy has the Megaweight Prediction Championship now because he had a clean sweep at whatever the event was. What was it last time? No Mercy?
Yes.
Burn a Cell? It was something, and he got a clean sweep. So he's champ now. Let's get ready, shall we? Let's dive right in. I'm sure everybody is fucking dying to get into this. Let's read the chat. No Akimbo says, why the fuck is Andy screaming? I don't know. I don't know why we're all screaming. Brian Martinez says, Andy loves pretending to be a champion on a podcast. Don't we all? Yeah, but anyway. Survivor Series. Let's go. What's the first match on the card? It is Enzo Amore versus Callisto for the Cruiserweight Championship. Again,
Callisto? Who the fuck is Callisto?
Caliwali Listo. Callisto. Oh, ha! He said the name wrong. Ha! It's so funny.
I like Callisto.
He's fun. Kalilo is the only like. I mean, they have Sin Cara, but he doesn't do anything. So he's like the only legitimate mask guy they have now.
What
Hey.
about the other guy with the mask?
Good job. Excellent. Well done. Great contribution.
No.
Who?
He has a mask.
Kane?
No. There's another guy who has a mask.
Sin Cara?
No, there's another guy.
I don't know who you're
No,
talking.
there
Lindsay
isn't. There are
Dorado.
people with masks.
Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik.
Grandmaster League, that's it.
Yeah, he's a shame, isn't he? I wish he'd appear.
Yeah.
I wish he wasn't stuck in the fucking ether because he can't speak English. That'd be good. But anyway,
Guy.
yeah, we have Callisto and Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship once again because fuck it, right? Who cares? No one's paying attention to the Cruiserweights anymore, which is sad, but who do we think's winning?
Enzo.
Enzo.
Because Enzo.
Enzo.
Enzo. I feel like they're gonna finally be done with this whole Kalisto rivalry and they're gonna move him on to face maybe Hideo Itami. Save the rumors. Save the dirt sheets.
That could be fun.
That would be cool. Hideo needs something to do and he's pretty much not got anything going for him in NXT anymore.
I would say use him before he gets injured.
Yeah, again. Which is sad, but that's what happens when you hire good wrestlers who are at the tail end of their careers and you put them in a ring with someone who's green from a performance center, but no bones to pick about it. Just saying. That's what happens sometimes. Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion at this point. I feel like the match isn't even going to be that good. Like, they're not even putting on solid matches.
Is this on the pre-show or is it actually on the main card?
Where would you put this?
On the pre-show.
It's on the pre-show.
Oh, thank God. All right.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's bad because the card is already so stacked. Like, of course they're going to put it on the pre-show, but I feel like even if it wasn't, like, if the card was just, it would be on the pre-show anyway. Because that's how much they value the title anyway. Which is a shame, because I mean, it's an idea. We brought this up in the Suplah group chat earlier today. I think it was me and Keelan talking about it. Why is there not a Cruiserweight Tag Team Championship? To give the other guys something to do and to give meaning to the useless tag matches they seemingly have
We've
every
discussed
single time.
this. I've always said that if they're going to make a legitimate show and a legitimate division, I feel like it needs to be treated a little better.
Yeah, like you see how much they care now. If they just threw more belts in and cared even less.
I mean, you could argue, well, it's only a 1 hour show, but NXT's got 3 championships, 4 if you include the UK title at this point, and that's a 1 hour show. I don't see why they can't. I just think it's just lazy. They don't want to.
Which is a shame.
They need some way to rank the people on the show, because it's hard to know who's really, like, where people stand other than the champion. Especially when
that's the thing, because
they through them all, and then it's just, oh, we'll do it again with someone else.
Well, yeah, it's because they don't care about the show as it is. They'll just put anyone in there with a champion because they haven't had a turn yet. It's just a cycle. And it's depressing as shit because it's full of talent. What the fuck are they doing? Remember the Cruiserweight Classic? That was hype. Can we do that again? No. Just have Enzo Amore come in and win the belt. Yeah, I mean...
Barely anyone. Think about it. I think I complained about it at TLC or whatever the last Raw pay-per-view was. The people who were fighting for the Cruiserweight title are 2 people who they didn't hire for the Cruiserweight division.
Yeah, exactly. It was the same thing with fucking Neville and Austin Aries as well. Like, it's just lately, for a majority of the year, ever since Rich Swann lost the belt in January to Neville, they've only relied on outside talent, which is, I guess it's okay if they, like, import talent from other shows, but don't make the whole fucking championship picture about those imports. Use guys that you scouted with the fucking tournament, right?
Well, that's the thing. This is the thing that I don't understand. This Cruiserweight division and the 205 Live show and brand has been born from the Cruiserweight Classic, which people loved, centered around people who weren't involved in the Cruiserweight Classic. Am I the only one that sees an issue with that?
Because they didn't consider them stars, or they ruined them. And
make new stars.
You can make them stars. You gave it to TJP. Noam Dar's a great wrestler. You've got a lot of stars on there. But, oh no, we'll just put Enzo on there because he can talk.
Great.
I mean, I've got to be honest, I've never really seen that much of appeal with Enzo and Cass in general. I think Cass might look the part and Enzo might speak the part, but I don't think any of them have the talent in the ring. I don't really see what the hype with either guys have been. And Enzo's kind of just there because for some reason he does have a following. And they've put him on 205 Live in the hopes that people who watch Raw and are fans of Enzo will go over to 205 Live. Because, let's be honest, what they were doing beforehand with the Cruiserweight division was that, oh, we have a new show, but we've got the Cruiserweights on Raw in a 3-on-3 tag team match. And that's our 205 Live segment. Go watch the show. Whereas at least now, yeah, okay, you've got actual segments on Raw. But you're not using the guys that were part of the Cruiserweight revolution, for lack of a better terminology. You're not using any of them to push this new show. It's the reason why the show was created in the first place.
Well, it's lost half of its uniqueness just because of the era that we're in. No one's clamoring to see Cruiserweight action because Seth Rollins does the same thing on the main show.
Yeah, I completely agree with you because a lot of the reason why it was so popular was because they did things that the main guys didn't. You didn't see Kevin Nash do fucking 450 splashes off the top rope on Nitro every night, whereas you do see Finn, you see Seth, you maybe not Roman, but you do see
AJ Styles. Hello.
AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. These guys do those sort of things, and they're on the main roster. So yeah, it'll never be like that just because. It will never be the novelty that it was in the 90s because the main event scene is so different now. The Cruiserweights almost are the main event, but aren't considered Cruiserweights. I mean, Finn himself, he's within range to be a Cruiserweight, but they've kept him in the main roster.
Because he's too big of a star for the Cruiserweight division. Like, what the fuck?
There you go. If you start thinking like that, the division will never be taken seriously.
That's how they think, though, and it sucks.
They should have had like a different division where it's just like giant people division or something. I don't know.
Like Progress Wrestling in the United Kingdom, they have the
Super
Atlas
heavyweight.
division. Great.
What was that?
They have the Progress Wrestling. They have the Atlas Championship, which is only available to people over 205. And it's great because you have people like Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Walter. None of these people you know, of course, but they are great.
I know who Matt Riddle is. He was an MMA guy, wasn't he?
Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle.
What's his name? Matt.
Oh my god!
Matt.
Oh,
Matt. Does he come out wearing a hat?
did he come out wearing a hat? Oh, I just noticed it.
But yeah, Cruiserweight, fix your shit. But we all think it's Enzo, yeah?
Enzo. It's going to be Enzo.
Yes.
Clearly. Probably. All right.
Lorenzo,
Yeah.
all right.
Chat is saying Enzo's winning. Enzo Abore. Enzo and big long promo. Comment says, I say fix 205's time slot before you try to add more to it. Yeah, it's weird, but it's a Raw branded show, technically. And yet it's filmed in between the main SmackDown show and the SmackDown Dark matches.
The thing, no, I might be wrong here, so I'm sorry if I am, but if I remember correctly, Kalisto competed for the Cruiserweight Championship at last year's Survivor Series, with the stipulation being that if he won, the Cruiserweights would go over to SmackDown, and I thought that's how they're going to transition it. But no.
No,
No.
they didn't do that. Because
now you've got
fuck it,
these
right?
guys who have to be on Raw, and then the next night they have to travel to SmackDown, and they must be shattered.
Carmine says, is AJ Styles under 205? No, I think he's like 215 or something to that effect. He's definitely over 205. Like,
What was the weight limit back in the day when it was the light heavyweight championship? Because I remember like
220.
half of them were just roided up anyway.
220.
yeah, 220.
What? Yeah. Well, why does it have to be 205?
Because it rhymes with live, you see?
Oh, it's just a stupid name.
You can't have 220 live, it doesn't rhyme.
Why does it have to rhyme?
Because it's what the kids like.
Also,
Do
some,
they?
some of them are not 205. Like, who's the giant muscle guy?
Oh, it's almost as if this is scripted.
I mean, yeah. They're not actually like, I mean, a majority of them are under 205, but
Remember that time that Matt Hardy was Cruiserweight champion when he
I mean-
clearly wasn't a Cruiserweight?
you could say that anyone is 205. Like, it's just a number that's announced when they come to the ring. They could actually weigh a fuck
You
more.
can't say Big Show's 205.
Actually,
Fucking obviously not, but come on,
No,
you see
no,
what I'm
no.
saying?
hang on. Technically, you can. Let's remember Crash Holly, who came out being over 500 pounds, and he was quite clearly the same size as Spike Dudley.
That was a joke.
Oh, no fucking shit, Sherlock. It's almost as if it's scripted.
Sing-a-song lover says it's why kids loved Rey Mysterio because of 619. Booyaka booyaka, 205. Anyway, enough of the numbers. No, great. Main show is going to be kicked off with Champion vs. Champion. Let's go with that. Intercontinental Champion The Miz, featuring Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, against the United States Champion Big Breakfast Banter Baron Corbin.
I
Miz.
am the eggs, I am the bacon, I am the toast, I am Big Breakfast.
Miz.
I'm going with Big Banter Breakfast Man.
I
Wow.
don't know.
Well, speaking
I feel
of
like the Miz
Big Banter Breakfast,
more important.
if we want to go over to Reddit for like 5 minutes, you will see a thread known as the official Survivor
Argument?
Series 2017 MS
Racism?
Paint Contest. No, it's a fucking MS Paint Contest, and who's number one? It's me.
What?
Me.
You
I did a
what?
drawing and I submitted it, and I'm apparently at the top.
What?
Or I was.
Of what?
Okay, it's got 82 points. For Fred. For Reddit Fred. They voted.
The Reddit.
I'm like up there.
Reddit,
Do you know what Reddit is, Grandpa?
Is it? Are you in a Reddit subgroup called Fred? I'm like
What?
Oh, Fred. Who the fuck is Fred? What's that got to do with paint?
You know, I'm just gonna.
I literally thought that weirdo that had a cameo on Raw, that Fred guy. I thought that's what he was on. Well, we killed Sam. So can someone elaborate what this contest is?
I don't fucking know. He's trying to hype himself up to do something. Anyway, we may as well move on. So we were talking about Miz and Baron Corbin. Who do we think? I think the Miz.
Baron Corbin needs it. I want the Miz to win, but I'm going to go with Corbin because
I'm back, everybody. I got a croissant because I'm angry.
They job Miz out when they need to, so it's going to be Corbin.
I feel like Miz has been given a bigger push than Corbin, though, recently. I mean, he did main event the last pay-per-view that Raw had.
Maybe someone will get involved and help him win, so Corbin isn't.
Well, yeah, it'll be the Miz Taraj.
I'm going back to Miz then.
Great, thanks everyone.
I'm back now. I have a croissant because when I'm angry, I eat. What did I miss? What is everyone thinking?
Miz.
You are? Okay, I think Baron.
I think Baron.
Okay,
Only because I too think the Baron will win.
I also have thoughts.
Oh, you let me say my thoughts before you yell yours and piss off everybody like you always do. Anyway, I think they want to try and sort of rebuild Baron because he got fucking murked thanks to Jindy Wendy Mahal and. Are you having fun there, ladies? You having a good old little natter, good little chat? Something you want to bring forward to the rest of us?
No, you carry on.
Oh yeah, cool. Thanks, Doris. So, yeah, I feel like they want to try and rebuild Baron Corbin because he got murked by Jinder, and they gave him the US title. That's good, but the victory over Miz would do him a favor. And plus, if you haven't looked at like the balance of teams, Raw is completely gonna dominate SmackDown. Like they're clearly gonna win all the team matches. Lesnar's gonna demolish AJ. Like, there's not really much in the way of SmackDown doing well. So
I'm going back to Baron Corbin. So Liam convinced me to go to Miz. Now I'm going back to Baron Corbin because
great. Well, the way we do is when we move on from matches, our picks are locked in. So when we move on to the next match, you're gonna want to make sure that you're voting for the right person.
Now Corbin.
Okay, as of right now, in this moment,
not that Corbin.
Right.
No, he lost.
Great.
Yeah.
I think this Corbin is going to win because they need to give SmackDown something, and they can't just have Raw dominate them completely. I mean, they could, but they shouldn't, is what I mean. So that's why I'm going with Baron. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I know Miz is, like, obviously the better competitor and everything. Yeah, I say y'all because I'm weird. I know Miz is obviously the better competitor. He's got, like, more charisma and everything. He's got the entire thing down, but...
He's not going bald.
He has hair.
He's got a proper belly button.
That is weird. Hello.
You know what? Maybe we're hurting his feelings, all right? Maybe we should just be nice to him, okay?
His entire stomach is a face.
That's not nice to say. Your entire belly button is a clitoris. We don't mock you for it. Oh, wait a minute. We do.
It's not.
It is. I've seen it. You kept showing it to me when I was in City Hall. Like, Sam, look at my button. Like, no.
The worst is he when I lived with him, he would come up to me. He would come up to me and he'll just lift his shirt up a little bit and just goes, "Touch it." I'd be like, "No."
Did he get right up in your face when he said that?
Touch it. Yeah, pretty much. I have to go towards.
Well, they got up close and personal on far too many occasions.
Oh god, people are arguing about gender in the chat. What a surprise. Good job, Carmine. I know, okay. We should probably clarify something here. If you missed it, there was no show this week because Andy had to wait for his shopping to come and he didn't want to do anything. So instead, I got Carmine to write a 2.5 thousand word essay on what he thought about Jinder Mahal, and he did it, the fucking mad lad. And it's on Suplah.com, you can go read it now. And he's basically saying, you know, you hate Jinder, therefore he's a good heel, therefore it's working, and you know...
It's not.
No, shut, not done. Let me finish. Please.
What was that noise?
Hush, hush, hush. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax.
Hey.
Relax. Calm down. Calm down. I feel like, obviously, yes, like you need to have proper heels in modern day wrestling, otherwise it doesn't really make sense. But I feel like the key thing that's being missed here is that Jinder makes me want to stop watching. A good bad guy doesn't make me want to stop watching.
Overused cliche. He has X-Pac heat.
Yes.
But I know I've been an advocate in the past of saying like, well, it's still heat, but like, it's different. Like a good villain, in my opinion at least, and I know this isn't the same for everyone else, because wrestling is subjective, as we all like to fucking parrot here.
Yes.
Good villains don't make me want to stop watching the show. Good villains, such as I often use Edge as a comparison, right? Because I started watching in like 2008 when Edge was like the top heel of SmackDown, and he would always cheat and weasel his way out of like actually wrestling. But still, deep down, you knew he was a capable wrestler because at that point he'd been wrestling in WWE for like 15 years. He was already a multiple-time tag champion. Like you knew he was good. With Jinder, like he wrestles a purposefully boring style, and yes, that's a good way to get heat, but it doesn't do anything for me because there's nothing else there either.
I like Jinder in the same way I liked Eva Marie. I just like everyone's hatred of him, and it's funny to me.
Yeah, that's good, but again, it's down to personal preference.
That's not what
draws and makes money.
That's not what they should be aiming for.
Yeah, that doesn't make anyone any money.
Me laughing at their failings.
Oh, Carmine's yelling at me because he's angry because I don't get it.
His opinion is just silly.
If you're not on the show, your opinion doesn't matter. That's
wow. Way to fucking ease the tension, guys. Fucking, you're doing a great job here repairing this wound. Fuck me. Anyway. Brian Martinez says, I cancelled my network subscription because of... Oh, great. No, I'm done. Talking about Jinder.
My issue is WWE have now confirmed to all the people that hate Jinder that Jinder was a mistake. They should have kept him in the match with Lesnar.
One thing I will say is that it is kind of shitty that he held the main championship for 170 days and then he loses it 2 weeks before Survivor Series and then he's nowhere to be seen. He's completely gone.
It's an admission that they didn't have faith in him. So now he's never gonna.
That's shitty because it's
any bigger than that.
It's a waste of 6 months, which isn't good.
They shouldn't have put it on him to begin with.
Okay, I'm sick of this conversation. I'm just sick of it. We've been doing this since May, and I'm tired of it. Can we not? Can we move on, please?
Okay. What should we move on to then, Samuel?
So back to Miz vs. Baron. We're all confident in our picks. Yeah, you don't want to change any of it. I'm going for Baron.
I'll bring the eggs and I'll bring the bacon.
It wasn't funny first time you did it, Andy.
That's it. I'm going with Miz now. Andy's annoying me.
For fuck's sake. All right, you're definitely okay with Miz. Definitely okay.
Definitely Miz.
All right.
Baron Corbin.
Liam thinks Miz, right?
I think the Miz, yes.
Okay, so moving on to something maybe happier. I don't know. Women's match. Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus the new SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, who beat Natalya on SmackDown this week. And Ric Flair came out and everyone cried and it was great. Bliss versus Charlotte. Charlotte is the only horsewoman that Bliss hasn't put in the fucking stable yet. She's beaten the rest of them. Can she do it to Charlotte?
I find this to be probably one of the tougher ones to call because Charlotte is already established as one of the best female wrestlers, at least kayfabe-wise, in the company. And yet they're really trying to build Bliss. I mean, she was the first one to win both belts on both brands at certain points in her career before Charlotte. Like you said, she's beaten all the 4 horsewomen at various points. She's beat Mickie James, who is probably the most veteran out of everyone on the roster at this point.
To emphasize your point, she didn't just beat Bayley. She embarrassed and humiliated Bailey to the point where she just got fucking murked by the booking team. She made Sasha Banks look like a joke,
Where
and
is
she
this,
beat Mickey James.
this murked word come from?
It's just a word in my
I
vocabulary.
know I'm an old man and stuff, but I don't know what that means.
At least you admit it. Shit got wrecked is basically what it means. Like, they got done did. You understand what I'm saying?
So Mercedes crashed.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, that's what happened. But yeah, people have been complaining that Bliss has been overpushed and everything, and I'm like, I don't really care because I like Bliss, but
Overpushed? I don't see that at all.
I think it's because like the way she's gone over like both Sasha and Bailey is just like, really, like I don't know. I can't justify it myself, but I've seen it being said a lot, and I don't agree with it. But
I think
this match is tough to call, as Liam says. Like both of them are dominant in their own reasons. Like Bliss is just going over everybody on Raw. Charlotte has like several records and being like the longest reigning whatever the fuck. And she, before Bliss, really, she was the dominant diva. But everyone was like, "Oh, no one can beat Charlotte." And she had the
If
pay-per-view
Charlotte's gonna
streak.
lose, I don't
know.
get that she's just won the belt and then loses.
Well,
That was off the line though, so why does it matter?
Because it's
well, no, it's not bad. It's just
That's
a champion
okay.
losing a match is bad.
just lack of momentum.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's tough to call, but I'm gonna use the same method that I used with the Intercontinental United States match, in that SmackDown doesn't really have much going for it. So I'm gonna go with Charlotte.
I think I'm going to go with Charlotte because I think even just by looking at the two of them, I would pick Charlotte to be the winner. Even if this was like a real thing, like she just looks to me like, because I know it's such a weird thing to boil it down to, but it is so close to cool. The two have been pushed very strong. They've been booked very strong. Yeah, I mean, unlike something like The Miz and Baron Corbin, where I'm so adamant that it's going to be The Miz just because of how badly Baron Corbin has been booked, this I find a little bit more difficult to do because, you know, Charlotte is Charlotte and Alexa Bliss has, I think, been surprising everybody. So I'm going to stick with Charlotte.
I'm going with Alexa Bliss.
Because she is Bay, I would have sex with her if given the option.
Sam, why do you
Yeah,
always
that-
have to
that's-
pick the options?
That's legit.
Why do you always have to pick the options? Why does Sam always have to pick the options against that goes against what Andy says?
Nah,
Because
he knows
because
it.
everything that I do
He
is to
knows.
spite Andy. Like my existence, my entire existence.
It was a joke.
Yeah, I know. I'm continuing the joke. Thanks for letting me continue the joke. Fuckface.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, clearly, I was born and raised as an antithesis to everything that Andy has ever said. Like, I'm just a cryptid. I'm a fucking weird.
Despite the fact that you both said that you're voting Baron Corbin in the last match.
Yeah, but ignore that because everything that I do is to just get at Andy. It's just to annoy him. It's just to
course.
disagree with him because it winds him up. Like that's the only reason why I'm even here.
Of course.
What was that? I don't know. I just shivered.
But no, I think it's perfect because of the reasons that you already said. Because it's like she's beaten all the other horsewomen, so screw it. Go for it. Beat them all.
But wouldn't that be bad, Andrew? Wouldn't that be awful?
I've just had a thought. I know what can happen. Charlotte's gonna win. Carmella's gonna cash in.
Okay, now here's the thing that the chat has been saying, and it's something that I've seen on Reddit as well. Like, fucking, is Carmella able to cash in on Bliss? Like, no. It was a SmackDown event for a SmackDown championship. It's a SmackDown exclusive briefcase. It's like when Baron won it and everyone was like, "Oh, Lesnar, you better watch out." Like, no, it's not how it works. You can't just. It's not how it was made, in my opinion, at least. I suppose they could write it so that she's like, "Oh, I guess it's a briefcase with the words "Money in the Bank" on it. It could be used on anybody with a belt," even though that's not what it was made for. But
Do you also think that potentially they could start booking the horsewomen versus horsewomen match, and Rousey just comes out for some reason? One just knocks them both out.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I just don't want it.
Well, would you rather that, or would you rather female James Ellsworth?
I'm convinced that's a lie. I'm
That
convinced that's
has to be a lie.
like, remember the gay hairdresser Callisto gimmick rumor?
Oh yeah.
It's like that. It's just so not okay that they couldn't have possibly. Maybe it was said as a joke backstage. Like, for those who don't know, there's been a dirt sheet going around basically saying that the plan for WrestleMania was for James Ellsworth to transition and challenge Charlotte for the fucking women's championship, and I'm like, no, no. I mean, they have a track record in the past.
That's something that you'd expect in the Attitude Era, not now.
Yeah, I mean, well, not even Attitude Era. They did it with Santino. Remember Santina?
Yeah, but he didn't transition.
Battle Royal?
He was just in disguise and claimed it was a different person. He never transitioned. By the sounds of it, they were going to try and say he was a transsexual.
Yeah, and to which I say, no, it's just not. Definitely was never ever going to happen because one, there have already been these rumors of horsewomen versus horsewomen in a match that's going to just break me. Because what the fuck? Why? Anyway, but yeah, they've been planning that for months now, so they're not just going to do that just because, oh, James Ellsworth, make him a woman. Because that's how it works. You can just decide that. You can just write that.
Would
and have
that
it
be
be okay.
WWE being offensive or WWE being really progressive?
Offensive.
What if he committed to it? Like, it's like Vince is like, if you want his contract, James, you're going to have to be a real woman.
He's like, okay, I guess I'll do it, Vince. It's not like I could just go home to my family.
Not like I've
child.
got a recognizable name that I can bank on the indies or anything.
You've lost a chin, you can lose your dick.
Yeah, because they're so, so interchangeable, Keelan. So totally interchangeable.
I remember when you just wake up one morning and you're like, oh, my dick.
Well, a chin.
Where is it? It's just gone. Fuck this! I can hear the pitchforks and torches being lit already. What are people saying in the chat? Money in the Bank contracts. Yeah, I think they're brand exclusive, so I don't see. Could a cash in happen? Maybe. I wouldn't mind seeing Carmella as champion.
By now we should have learned that WWE never goes for the really cool, shocking thing. Just never happens.
You say that AJ Styles did win the championship.
Yeah, but was that like some elaborate thing people had already thought of?
No, that was completely by surprise. I did not expect AJ Styles to win the WWE Championship less than 2 weeks before Survivor Series, when they have been hyping Jinder versus Brock. Was not expecting that.
All I'm saying is don't expect any horsewomen to show up.
Okay.
I think for me, what is going to happen is that Carmella's going to cash in. What could happen is that Carmella could cash in before the match even starts. We don't know. I think like maybe she'll do a Seth Rollins and cash in the middle of the match, and then it turns it into a triple threat with the women's title on the line, the SmackDown women's title, and then she wins that way. So then they could be like, oh my God, Alexa Bliss could walk out with the SmackDown women's title. This is amazing. And then Carmella wins.
Because Charlotte picks her up for the Samoan drop, and then Bliss spears her, and then there's a curb stomp, and
it'd be the other way around because Charlotte's the one who does the spear.
I don't fucking know, Liam. I don't know.
Do a parody, at least do it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I'm gonna analyze this. There's only two reasons why Charlotte won the belt. One, because they didn't think there was a big enough star in the match. Or two, they didn't think that Alexa Bliss would have got much in the first match if she won. So which do we think it was? I'm going with Charlotte's.
Or number 3. Ric Flair's 30 for 30 documentary was so highly praised, they were like, fuck it, let's put it on Charlotte.
And also there's that Starrcade house show that's meant to be happening like next week. So that might have something to do with it. But I mean, from a personal perspective, when this match was being built, like Bliss versus Natalya, I was like, hey, this is gonna be good. I love Natalya. She's just so exciting in the ring. And
you
Bliss,
can say that about the whole card. Like that, like the Jinder Brock thing. Like, oh, this is gonna be
No, I mean that would have been different because I wanted to watch the world burn with that main event. But with this, it's just I'm sick of Natalya, right? I see nothing in her. She doesn't excite me at all. There's just nothing there for me. And Bliss, yes, she's good, but she's not going to carry a match with Natalya. it's going to be Natalia dominating it and being the ring general. So at least now you have Charlotte, who I've always enjoyed, and you just have a good match. Boom, bada hey. That's what it is. And I'm glad that they changed it, because now I'm actually interested in a majority of the matches rather than just having that one match where I'm just like, fuck it, I'll go to sleep. Like 10 minutes and wake up. You know, I feel like it was a better choice, but do we want to go with predictions for this match?
Charlotte. Because, yeah, she's Charlotte.
I'm also picking Charlotte because I feel like her dominance just has the edge over Alexa's dominance, and also SmackDown doesn't have much in the way of victories tonight, so give it to Charlotte.
I'll give it to Alexa
I don't think they
Bliss.
would have put Charlotte in the match if they weren't intending her to win.
Also a good point.
Yeah, it's going to be Charlotte.
Alexa Bliss.
Okay, fucking wild card. All right, because he's so desperately attracted to her. Right.
What?
I
You do
said
know his girlfriend
If she
is
finds out that she
right there.
picked me, she might sleep with me.
That's not a thing.
I'll get there eventually.
Keelan, as his girlfriend, are you a bit insulted by this?
He's not my
Oh,
girlfriend.
you're such a bastard to me.
I mean, not whilst your girlfriend's there, mate.
What did Keelan do?
Yeah.
Why are you being a dick?
My girlfriend is not Keelan.
Keelan, you're better. You could do better than Andy. I think you should dump him.
Oh yeah, well, obviously, but he does lots of shit for me, so I'm just lazy. So.
Does he though? He barely cleans up. I know this.
So we now have the Shield versus the New Day in a 6-man inter-brand tag team match. Fantasy Warfare done well. I don't fucking know.
This is the year where fantasy warfare should be a thing. Where like,
No, now it's like being like,
I won't let it
That
die.
was the most annoying fucking thing. Just no.
I won't let it die, Keelan. I won't let it die.
like all of your shitty jokes. Brilliant.
Well, we're gonna got that one right first time.
Andy, I'm a knobhead. Great.
Wow, original, good one. Wow,
Shield
putting
and
on
New Day.
voices. That's
Shut the fuck up! Shield and New Day. Two factions that have never coexisted before. Now they do. Both dominant. Shield beat everybody. New Day, longest reigning tag team champions of all time in every conceivable category because fuck those other people. What do we think's gonna happen?
Anyone?
Right.
Anything!
no idea.
Anything
Hang on,
to
hang on.
that statement! I think
No, my
But the
point is for the
fucking-
next match. No, never mind.
I think that the New Day are going to lose to the Shield. Because
Yeah.
this is the actual first reunion of the Shield. Not the fucking weird Kurt Angle TLC match. It's actually the first reunion. They'll go over and it'll all be great because
And
it's
other
the
thing you
Shield.
gotta
It's the most
remember-
dominant faction of all time.
Maybe
It's going to be them.
they will fall
The other thing you
out.
got to remember. The other thing you got to remember is that it was this time 5 years ago they debuted at Survivor Series 5 years ago.
Very true.
There's a fact for you there. They're not going to lose tonight. New Day's going down. New Day's
I
taking
feel
it
like
out.
though the Shield could just fall out and this not be a permanent thing, and then
And
New Day
this-
win.
And this is the thing, like New Day in their promos are always going on about, we've never fallen now. So it's almost like they're foreshadowing them just like Roman
There's too much money. There's too much money for the Shield to break up now. There's way too much money involved.
I feel like
Maybe this is
the Shield will break up sort of around the Rumble time, and then we'll get.
Yeah.
I think
Once one of them, once Roman wins the Rumble, they will probably quietly disband.
No, I feel like even
I don't
before the
think-
Rumble, because I don't know if Raw has another pay-per-view until the Rumble, because they're only advertising Clash of Champions, which is a SmackDown event for the rest of the year.
So you do
So I
it
feel like
now.
the next Raw event is the Rumble. And then the Shield break up. Dean is the one that causes it to break up, does a heel turn, and then Seth is like, oh, fuck you, man, and then they go and fight at WrestleMania, and then Roman's like, whoops, guess I'm in the main event again.
I'm going with wishful bucking, not what I think's going to happen.
No,
I want Roman to just do the chair, the same thing, but he does the chair.
No. Let's not do this because then it's going to involve another 2 years of the Shield fighting amongst each other, where it's going to be Seth versus Dean, Seth versus Roman, Roman versus Dean, and then it's going to be a triple threat, and we're going to have that for another 2 years, and that's going to take us through to fucking 2020. No. It's
almost as if you shouldn't have reunited them.
I think you can quietly disband them without having them fall out and fight. Because what's going to happen is that, they'll just fight again. And then, they'll just reunite again. And then it will just be this ever-going circle of the snake eating its own tail. It will just go round and round.
Gross. But what's wrong with them fighting? I thought the matches are good because they could.
Because we've seen it! I want to see something fucking else!
But what if the matches are good?
I don't give a shit. It's on the network. Rewatch them if they're that good.
Okay. You've only seen one good movie. Just rewatch it for the rest of your life, and you've seen nothing but good movies, right?
I feel like this has struck a nerve.
It's a bit like me with The Sopranos, actually. Let's just watch that, yeah.
Yeah, but imagine if what they did. Imagine, Keelan, if what they did was that as soon as The Sopranos ended, they just started it again. But with a new cast and everything. It's just remade, but it's just literally the same thing, just remade over and over.
Like Hollywood.
Yeah, it's just constantly remade, constantly, over and over and over and over and over and over.
The industry that you've worked in. Oh my God.
Is that supposed to be a personal thing? Yeah, I don't commission the movies. Why are you having a personal thing at me?
It's almost like your name's Harvey Weinstein. Yes.
Sponsored by Roses. The fucking scrumptious bunch of chocolates. Put them in your cunt and shut the fuck up for a second, please.
Put them in your where?
Shut the fuck up for a second, please. The chat is saying, I think a song all over says, I really want it to be the Shield. I really want it to be the Shield, but I feel the New Day are going to win because the Shield fall out, and they've said so in their promos. Maybe. I don't know at this point, but if I were to book this, if I were to be an armchair booker, brother, I would have the Shield go over, but after the match, there's a tease of dissension in there. The New Day, just keep them together forever, just until they die, because they're fine. But yeah, you tease dissension in the Shield after that, and then you keep going, and then you actually continue a storyline on Raw, of all places, and have big things happen on Raw, of all places. And then by the Rumble, you have stuff set up, and then it's all good. But I would still give them the victory for tonight, because I'm a Shield mark, and I want to see them do well. No, I think it would look bad if they had their first match together as a unit, and then they didn't win.
You see, all of you guys are using this thing called hopes and dreams.
And because nothing good ever happens in WWE, does it, Andy? No, not like NXT.
I think how WWE thinks. And I have to put myself in there.
You fucking don't.
Wait. I have to put myself in their perspective.
Also, stop scratching your nuts, please.
And sorry, they do. They do stupid things like bring people together for a month and just disband them. So
and then they say words like strange bedfellows.
Exactly, weird stuff like that. So I think they're dumb enough to have the Shield turn on itself at Survivor Series.
That's what I want to happen.
Apparently, I'm the only one that doesn't.
What, you want Roman to do it? If Roman does it, yes.
No, it's got to be Dean. Dean and Seth have to feud, and then Roman just goes.
Will you please just turn Roman heel already?
Roman.
Oh yeah, because that'll fix everything, won't it?
Yes.
It won't. We've had this argument for fucking years.
It went for 2 years.
I am right. Everything I say is correct.
It works. It's a tried and tested formula. Why doesn't anyone do it?
The changing of booking works. If Roman is still booked over everybody else, you would still fucking hate him. Shut up.
But that would be the point. He's a heel.
You don't get it, Andy. You don't understand it at all.
Yeah, what?
You just fucking don't, because it's not... Alright, fuck it. We're not doing this, because we do this every show, and I'm sick of talking about it. Who do we think?
Who's going to win then?
Shield.
New Day.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
New Day, 'cause the Shield, hate each other.
Yep, that's what I think.
It's going to be the Shield that wins. I'm telling you now.
There we go. We came to a committee agreement. Well done. So, do we have any
Like,
other?
it doesn't work.
What? Where did that come from?
So we have the tag title
Inclusive
people
agreement
going
with
up
the
against each
union.
other now. We have the tag teams of the Usos versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Oh, fuck me. This match is gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. Not being sarcastic either. I
I
love
thought you were being
Cesaro.
sarcastic.
No, I fucking love Cesaro. I love the Usos. They've both been on fire recently. The tag team division in general has been great. Sorry, the Bar. They are the Bar.
The
What
Bar.
bar are they? They are the
What
Bar.
bar?
The bar.
I don't watch OSW.
They
Yeah,
did
they're
the
the
new
Bar.
entrance, like film. It's just a bar.
Yeah, I like them. Whatever they're called, I like them. And the tag division on both shows has been great recently, and tag team wrestling in general this year has been great. So I'm excited for this. Who do I think is going to win is a tricky one, though. That's the thing.
Well, I think this
Hmm.
is one of the ones where SmackDown will need a win, so the Usos.
Maybe this could be not like what you're saying with the Shield, where they start to fall apart. This could be where the Bar falls apart.
What bar?
What bar?
Why do they need to fall apart?
Well, let's not forget how they started as enemies in a best of 5 series, and then they were forced together.
Best of 7.
by Foley. Oh, whatever. Fucking Mr. Continuity, Mr. Oh, I know everything about what happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
7 plus 5
Mhm.
is 2. Quick math.
So I think this could be where they start to possibly fall out. Who
I don't-
knows?
I
I'm
don't
not saying,
want
I'm
them-
not
I
saying
don't want
that
them to
is
fall
what's
out,
going to
though.
happen.
No, no, I'm saying I don't want them to break up because I know tag teams are breaking up a lot recently, but
They
these
fucking
two
always
as
break
single
up.
stars, these two as single stars clearly aren't gonna do well. So I feel like just keep them as a tag team. Just do
You
that.
know, I don't want to sound like Andy, but when has that ever stopped WWE from doing something stupid, like, you know, breaking up Big Cass and Enzo?
Then they could argue over who is the bar. And they're like, I'm the bar. No, I'm the bar. And
I am the bear. No, I am
Bear.
the bear.
I am Chris DeBurr.
Chris, I am the bear. All right, Sheamus, the bear. All right. I don't know why in my head Sheamus just keeps
Yeah,
going
he's
the
got
bear.
I am the largest bar in the world.
I'm the largest bar in the world. What bar am I? I'm a bar's bar.
I'm a bar that has too many limes.
I'm a shameful bar. Lobster bar.
Lobster bar.
A careless bar.
Lobster
a
bar.
bar.
We're just combining
Like
all of
there's
the
your
jokes of
bar.
human history.
for
What is
the, for the
chat
next
saying?
like 2 weeks now, everything in his house is going to be a bar.
Oh,
Some kind of bar.
I've just thought what we can do.
What?
You know how we
We-
used to have a segment on this show called Sheamus Watch?
OSW review do something, so please.
Shut the fuck up about OSW reviews, please. We don't
I
Okay, we don't.
I think we should bring back Sheamus Watch, but instead of Sheamus Watch, we can call it the Bar Stool.
What do we do on the bar stool?
Bastard.
We talk about the bar. On
Okay.
the bar st-
This week on the bar stool, I like the bar. And that's been the
They
bar
could tell-
stool.
There you go.
That was basically what Sheamus Watch was.
It's almost as if that was the joke.
Yes.
Can we bring back Shiki's Twitter too?
Oh my God! Does he still tweet? Wait, I'm gonna look him up.
Oh, I wonder what he's saying
We
about
used
the
to have
sexual
Shiki's
harassment.
Twitter. We used to have Where's Keelan. We used to have Who's at Walmart.
That got boring because I just didn't turn up ever.
You never turned up.
Okay, let me find Shiki's Twitter. What is his Twitter handle?
Probably the Iron Sheik.
Iron.
What the fuck is happening?
We're bringing
Why
back.
are we going,
Shiki's
why are we
Twitter.
going to the Iron Sheik's Twitter?
Oh,
This was a segment we used to have. It was called Shiki's Twitter, and we used to read out some of his tweets because it was funny.
Here we go.
Oh. When does the funny part start?
When he starts reading, wait.
Okay, he's got pinned one. It says,
Nope.
"The Twitter fuck with my profile, fuck them forever."
Oh, basically, he got like shut down.
Oh, that's Shiki's Twitter. Shiki's Twitter.
Shiki's Twitter.
Amazing.
It's almost
Can I
like
read the chat
it's
now?
almost like we needed Sam to make this show better.
Can I read the chat now, please?
Yes.
Mom and Dad, thank you. Sing-a-song lover says the Usos need a win to keep things even for SmackDown Live if we go on the wins and losses for the rest of the pay-per-view. Yeah, and as much as I like to use that as a
How do we use that
reasonable
point because we don't
explanation.
know who's won or lost yet?
Well, this is just in our heads who's won and who's lost already.
Well, in my head, that point's stupid then.
Cool. Fucking in my head, which is totally different. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. The Usos, I feel like are gonna win here. That's my pick, honestly, because I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. I feel like this and the women's match can both go either way. But if I had to sit on one side of the fence, actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say Cesaro because I picked SmackDown for the women's match, and that could go either way. If this can go either way, I'm just gonna pick the Raw side. I think Cesaro are gonna pull out a win here, and it will be a great match, and we'll be happy. Hopefully.
I'm gonna go with the Usos.
I'm
The
also going to go with
Usos?
I'm going to go with the Usos because there could be a chance of what I've said happening.
I'm also going for the Usos because I feel like they're more important as a team because they're the Usos.
I mean, Sheamus and Cesaro, I think you can't split the Usos, so they're the more important team. They won't survive. Whereas you could argue that Sheamus and Cesaro could live by themselves as single stars.
But
So
why
I
is
think-
people splitting up now? I don't get why this is a predicament that we're in now. Why does a team
Because
have
it's
to break up?
wrestling and stuff happens like this because it makes no sense. Because you
But
guys,
that could also not happen.
you guys
though.
just said the Shield might break up tonight. So why is my
That's-
thing so random?
Different though. The Shield have already broken up. Cesaro haven't.
No, but they started off as enemies, Samuel. They started off fighting each other. That's how they started. That's where this entire origin of this tag team began. Do you see?
Therefore, they're just going to randomly hate each other now at the flip of a button.
Someone could be costed the match and they could argue like they did when they first started.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because it's like talking to a fucking brick wall with dried paint on it. It's just so fucking hard.
What's the
Because I
paint on
disagree
you?
with your opinion.
You
Well,
don't
I'll
listen
see you
to the
again in a
opinion.
year.
No, I listen to you and I actively say fuck off. No.
It's because I'm saying something that's actually, I don't know, it makes sense as opposed to the Shield might break
Let's
up.
just randomly break up a tag team that are currently the
Because
tag team
I'm going with
champions.
no-
Let's break up the Shield because they've only been together for 4 weeks.
And
I
then
didn't
no
even
one
say
wins.
that. That was Andy.
But whatever, I don't give a shit.
All right, let's just yell at each other anyway. Fuck's sake.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
Old movie.
The Usos win because they've got more to gain or more to loot. You get the idea. They
I
need
don't
it
get
more.
the idea. Please explain.
I feel like the bar won't be affected if they win or lose. Because I
But they're the tag team
because I
champions.
personally wouldn't care if they win or lose. That's
They hold
literally what I'm
belts.
going on now.
Okay, so do we want to talk about the team matches or do we want to talk about the last champion vs champion match?
We'll go with
Which way's the card?
yeah.
We don't know. That's the
Right,
thing.
well,
It
let's
could
go with
be
Champion versus champion and then finish with the Survivor Series because it's Survivor Series.
Oakley Dokley. So Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Dream match. Holy
Right.
fuck, is Lesnar gonna
I'm
win?
going with AJ Styles as a surprise.
Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Lesnar
it
because
doesn't
why not?
matter in terms of the title because Lesnar will still be the champion, so you can just be like, I'm still Lesnar, I'm still champion, blah blah blah.
It's gonna be Lesnar because Jinder's gonna come out and screw AJ.
Oh,
hasn't
for
been
fuck's
around.
sake.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen because they're both the world champions and they don't want to be like, oh well, one's clearly better than the other, so they're gonna do a screwy finish, and that's how Jinder's gonna come out, and then he'll probably regain the belt and go to India and fight Triple H because he's apparently Indian, even though he's actually of Indian descent and is actually Canadian. But that's what's gonna happen.
I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick
It's
of
what's
talking
gonna
about
happen. It's what's gonna happen.
Hey,
I'm going back. I've changed my mind. I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
I'm gonna go with nobody.
it. He's just
Nobody's
gonna have a
gonna
fuck
win.
finish.
Yeah, it's going to be a screwy finish because, like you say, they don't want somebody to go over the other. Jinder's going to come out and screw with AJ. and then someone will come out and screw with Brock. I don't know who. Maybe Braun. I don't know. Somebody's gonna come out.
We're gonna say maybe Brock. Maybe Brock will screw Brock.
Maybe
Brock! I said Braun!
Maybe Bork.
Brock comes out, and then Bork comes in, and then Burke makes his debut.
And then Derek shows up.
Right, I've changed my mind, Burke.
Can I change it to Derek?
Yes.
What the fuck's the point?
Can I change it to 1993 Max Payne?
Can I change it to Cadbury Roses, a cunt full of chocolate? The fuck's the point? Can I...
Nothing. Technically, we're not wrong. We can change it to whatever we want. It's
Can I
just whether
change
we're
it
right
to
or not.
Toad? He could come out in a match, because he's a fucking fictional character, because I don't give a fuck.
That sums it up quite nicely.
I said, right, someone's going to come out, like, Jinder will come out and beat the crap out of AJ, and then someone will come out and beat the crap out of Brock. There you go.
Who's
Screw
someone,
finish.
though?
I don't know.
You haven't thought it through then, have you? So how can that actually
I want the
happen?
house
sounds-
party,
he's-
What's
he's-
the logic behind something you've not even thought about?
You know what? This sounds exactly like a WWE's writers' room right now.
That's happening
That
right
tells us to
now.
stop yelling. We should probably stop yelling because
Yeah,
people
Andy.
say so. What else are the people saying? Bullet Clubber's Shield says Brock is going to be lazy again. I don't know. I feel like he would have been lazy in a Jinder match, but with AJ, he's going to at least try.
AJ will be able to pull out a good match of Brock because don't forget, all AJ has to do is flippy shit and he'll be fine.
Oh,
I mean,
Brock's-
AJ pulled a good
Brock's
match out of
gonna, like-
Jinder, so
Brock's
you know.
like, oh, you're outdoing me, and then he's going to do a shooting star.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
that would be cool. I want to see him maybe get it right this time. That would be cool.
Maybe.
He's gonna die.
Lover says Lesnar is going to win because it's Lesnar. I mean, yeah. Carmine says, can we please stop fucking talking about Jinder Mahal? I hate my life now and I regret everything.
We're not saying whether we agree with you or not. We're just saying, like, that's what I think is going to happen.
Bullet Club says no
Who
because
did I
Jinder
choose?
still exists.
Brock.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Brock.
Troy says, where's Glenn? I don't know. Brian says, Andy will cost
Where
AJ
the
the
fuck is
match.
Glenn?
We don't know.
He's at Walmart.
And he's walking, and he's walking, and he's walking. Never
Fuck
mind.
my life. Brian says, Andy will cost AJ the match.
Oh, yeah,
It's
go
like-
ahead.
I'm here to do it because I said it would happen. I must make it true. Fuck off.
Just Andy comes out. Hello.
I like you, Mr. Phenomenal.
Could you just imagine that, you know the music we have for Andy in Brawl? That just starts playing.
Parody of Lesnar's theme.
Yeah.
Hello.
And then Andy just comes out. Da, 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 da.
Hello, Aaron.
And that's it.
Do you think Andy, like, if WWE actually put their, like, I don't know, their promotional force behind Andy, who do you think would be more over, Andy or James Ellsworth?
James Ellsworth.
Oh, come on! Why?
Andy, if our fan base don't like you, then you're not fucking safe, mate.
Just means he's a good heel, though.
But I won.
According to Carmine's theory, yes.
Carmine in the chat says, stop. I feel like we should stop being dicks to him for having an opinion, maybe. That would be fine, and we don't dissent, and then we break up, because that's going to happen. 'Cause
Anywho,
I say so.
so basically, I'm gonna go with nobody wins.
I'm sticking with Brock, to be honest.
Yeah, it's Brock. I want to see the match between him, and yes, AJ's my favorite wrestler, but it's Brock. Like, he just wins all the time anyway. Like, what's different now?
And also, I think as well, with it being Survivor Series, it would be too obvious for him to lose, especially considering like what happened last year.
Well, he was always going to beat Jinder, so unless something drastic
I don't know.
happens-
I feel like if it was Jinder versus Brock, Jinder would have won.
No, like, I can't come up with an answer because there's just too many different weird logical twists being made here.
I mean, you could just be like Andy and say no, and no one's gonna win because fuck it.
No, Brock, like, let's just be honest, Brock.
Yeah, let's just fucking face facts here. Let's be Curtis Hawkins and face
I was
facts.
literally gonna say Kurt Hawkins.
Let's actually try and win this belt, Brock.
No one.
Brock.
Brock.
Well, so
So-
it's a no contest. When do they ever have no contests?
Jinder.
Unless-
Shut
Jinder.
up! No, shut up! It's fine. Let him lose. It's
All right,
fine.
fine. Brock. It's Brock. It's
No,
Brock.
too
No,
late. 5 versus 5.
One.
No, we've moved on.
So,
Move
in the
on.
5-on-5 women's match, it will be Team Raw, which is Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Asuka, and Bayley, versus Team SmackDown, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Naomi, Tamina, and Natalia. SmackDown has 0 chance here. Let's be honest. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah, it's going to be Raw, and I have a feeling. I have a feeling that if she's not the sole survivor, she'll be one of the survivors. Asuka.
Fuck it. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, should we predict if there should be any soul survivors as well?
No, because
You
we'll be
can't do
here
what?
till 3 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get any extra fucking points. Go ahead if you want, though, buddy. You don't get any extra fucking points. This is him trying to make up for his fucking answer in the last one.
Hey, you're gonna look really stupid when nobody wins that match.
I'm gonna look stupid. I'm gonna look stupid, am I?
Remember that time when at Money in the Bank this year, we did this predictions thing, and then we got to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and then Andy was like,
Someone who isn't in the match currently is going to win it.
and then Carmella won it.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
I don't learn.
It's like you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So let's look at these teams, because I love awkward silence on our shows, Andy!
Better than awkward shouting.
Awkward shouting.
Do you have neighbours, Liam?
Autistic screeching.
Wait.
Three?
Do you have
A dick? Yes. So,
No.
Team Raw is clearly over stacked here. They have Nia, who's a monster. They have Asuka, who's undefeated. They have Alicia Fox, who is the most dominant woman in all of women's wrestling history. It's just clearly I feel like the teams here in both genders are just stacked so ridiculously in favor of Raw.
Genders. There's 2
What?
genders now. Jinder and Jinder. Carry on. I'm just
Great.
a dickhead.
I'm glad. I'm real. Yeah, I feel like Raw is stacked here, and they're gonna win both 5 versus 5s. But I would say I'm excited, but historically, Survivor Series women versus women matches don't tend to do well. I can't remember what it was like last year, but I don't know. I'm not too excited for this personally, but I feel like it could still be good. Maybe.
I think
You got Asuka in there.
I think it's heavily overshadowed by the males match, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because the men's thing has had like everyone's changing, everyone's in and out, and then Kurt might fire or die, and then Jason Jordan's in there, but he's not, and then Shane is a dickhead, and meanwhile the women are also having a match. Oh, I don't know. I'm not as hyped for this one. I don't know if that's true for the rest of y'all, but
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's exactly what's going to happen. It's yeah, I'm not really bothered about this one, to be honest. I think it's going to be Raw. Asuka's going to be either the sole survivor or one of the survivors. It wouldn't surprise me if to try and push Asuka over the fucking moon and back, that SmackDown gets a severe advantage at some point, and then Asuka just somehow manages to make the comeback, John Cena style.
What if
I'll be
Asuka's first
shocked.
in the match and she takes everyone out before tagging anyone in?
that'd be cool.
That would not happen, but
That would be
But
cool.
I think with Asuka being in the match, like we've seen who's going to win this. We know who's going to win it. And I think that's the other thing as well, where people aren't getting as hyped about it. I think it's so obvious who's going to win. Whereas like you look at the men's one, it's going to be a bit more of a difficult to predict. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think Raw's going to win this one.
Yeah.
So, is it the same for you or?
See,
Fucking Christ Almighty!
Raw,
So awkward.
There you go, Raw.
So awkward with everything he ever does.
I'm
Well,
not.
I think this. So, Keelan, do you think the same, friend?
What?
Fucking
Okay.
Andy.
Right, so moving on then. So, in the main event of the evening, it will be the male Survivor Series match between
Who
Team
we
Raw.
can't name because we don't remember.
It will be Triple H, Kurt Angle, the other ones against Shane McMahon
And the other ones.
and the other people. Will I forget?
You know,
Here's my
I
gu-
was sat here, I was driving the car, and then Andy breaks through the windshield, sits on my lap, and just goes, "La da 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 da, I'm driving the car now, ha 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 ha." How about, because I have the list in front of me, I just fucking read the names like the revolutionary idea head that I am. How about we do that? Team Raw, Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman.
And you need to know you're not doing it right. Kurt Angel.
Kurt Angel. The genetically stacked, genetically packed brown snowman. Fine Baylor. Samoan Joseph. And ha ha ha. Will go on to face Team SmackDown. Namely, Shane McMahon, Randall Keith Orton, Booby Rudy, Shinsuke Nakamura-san, and John Cena.
You did it
Yeah.
wrong. You did the wrong name.
Oh, I did it wrong, did I? Oh, well, fuck me then.
You should have went, and his name is John Cena. I don't know how it wasn't so obvious.
John Cena. Did I do it right? Did I play by the rules?
Well,
Did I get the joke
would've been-
correct?
It would have been funnier if you did it properly as opposed to in the weird African TNA man's voice, but you know, whatever, it's fine.
Anyone
Can
have
I
a
make
gun?
my big
Anyone have a
prediction?
gun I can just shoot myself with right now? That would be great.
Yeah, bang. So my big prediction.
Thanks, dick. Oh yeah, bang her, shut up, cool.
Here's some shade for you and some
I
shade for
don't
you.
know he said anything in this whole show.
Shape for everyone.
Alright, it's Keelan open mic night. Let's go. What do you want to say?
Daniel Bryan is going to cost Shane McMahon's team out of spite because they don't like each other very much. There.
Where did that come from?
Because they keep falling out over, like, oh, you shouldn't have fucking done this invasion thing and have Kane, like, chokeslam in the dark and shit.
Was this on
I hate
TV?
you, Shane. We said
I'm genuinely asking. Like, I might have missed this because I don't remember this
Oh,
ever
yeah,
being a
Daniel
factor.
Bryan is not on the same page with Shane.
Ah.
Yeah, there has been they have been having some odds ends at certain points.
Okay, well that's interesting. But then again, I mean that's a good idea and all. I'm not dissing it or anything. I'm just saying Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore. What comes out with him costing SmackDown the
Can
team?
he? Or can he?
Well,
WWE will never let him wrestle, I should say.
Well, the thing
So-
is, I think what you're
Well,
missing
they-
is that you could have. I remember at Survivor Series 14 years ago, you had Team Bischoff versus Team Austin at Survivor Series. So whilst
Bischoff.
Daniel Bryan couldn't wrestle, he could always have someone or a team of people who could represent him against Shane McMahon and a couple of others.
Interesting.
Saying,
I mean, yeah, that could happen. There is another stipulation. If Kurt Angel, like, if Team Raw loses, I feel like if Team Raw loses, he's fired from being GM. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna keep him on as GM, so that's my only motivation in saying that Raw's gonna win.
I would actually disagree. I would say that there's
Because they've already had Mick Foley this year, and he's already been replaced, and they're just gonna have Kurt Angle here for a couple months. Like, I don't know.
I
It
think
just doesn't sit right.
I think the thing is with how Kurt Angle's proving that he can hold up. You know, he was in the main event of TLC. He's been wrestling in the European tour. I think, and also he's probably been passing these medicals. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing it. I could see him and Team Raw losing tonight. Angle gets fired, and then he comes back on Raw as a wrestler, or at least as a part-time wrestler.
So who replaces him?
I don't know, Sam. I'm not the writers' team. Maybe.
I mean, clearly you are, because you're writing this storyline. Why does it just stop when you run out of ideas?
Because maybe they don't have a general manager. Maybe they just stick it with Stephanie McMahon because you don't need
Maybe,
Well, then I'm
Maybe
going to
fucking
kill
authority.
myself because I
maybe
hate
they have
her.
an anonymous general manager that comes out
Oh,
of the laptop,
yeah,
and then
that's-
it's really just Russia hacking the general managership.
This is why you don't book Raw.
Or maybe the general manager could just be
Me.
someone who doesn't show up, and it doesn't really matter because why do we always need authority figures? Why?
Jack Tunney, is he still alive? Just make it Jack Tunney.
He was never real. He was a fictional character.
I've
he
seen Jack
wasn't.
Tunney.
Yeah, Jack Tunney was
Tunney
a fictional
real.
character.
No, he was a
No,
real
he was a
person.
fictional character. No.
No, he was a real person.
Everyone on the show's a fictional character. So yeah, he was a fictional character.
Not a real person. He's
Wait, are
like,
you actually saying that he didn't actually like? There was no one who portrayed him.
no, there was obviously someone who portrayed him, but he's a
What do you
character.
think I'm saying?
No, okay.
I'm saying Jack Tunney buys.
Wait, hang on. So I'm
Really
confused. Are you saying that the person who played Jack Tunney never existed, or are you just saying the character doesn't exist?
Yes.
That's not an answer.
What the fuck is happening? What is going on?
How about I just take a break and read the chat? Because, I don't know, is the chat
I
real
feel
or
like,
was
I
it
feel like
portrayed
Sam
by
made a
someone?
mistake, but made a good save by pretending he was joking. That's my theory.
I think that's what it is because he's now backtracking and like, oh
Yeah,
shit, maybe he
that's
actually
what he
was
does.
a real
He does.
person.
He does this all the time. He goes, guys, let's just go to the chat.
I'm just going to look at the chat now because I'm clearly wrong. I mean, you can just look at Wikipedia, mate. Just saying.
Look at his face.
And there's your karma. Instantly.
What did you smash?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I'll figure it out.
That's not
I know
the
that-
entire year.
I hope that's not someone throwing a brick through his window because he lives in Peckham now or something.
Only falls on horse's land.
That's a real place.
Stelboy shows up.
You know, Peckham's not a fictional place.
You do know I don't live in Peckham, right?
So Peckham doesn't
So I'm going to
exist.
pitch a new show to the Suplah Network. It's called One Man and a Hammer. It's where I bash my head in with a hammer until the pain stops. We like to see this because I am so very close to commissioning this as a series.
Is this like the Tim White storyline? You just-
Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe we'll find out.
No,
Maybe
Mr.
I'll read the chat
No, Mr.
first.
Brooks,
How
don't do it.
about
Oh,
that? For fuck's sake.
it's beautiful.
No, I'm not gonna do it, says Bullet Club vs. Shield. Fuck off. I'm not gonna bash my head in with a hammer. Fuck off. I know you hate me, but calm down.
Yeah, this isn't the dark web. We can't broadcast this shit on here.
No, we can't.
Join us after the show where we go on the dark web and then Sam kills himself. That's what happens.
With a hammer.
Wow! Oh my
Can we
god!
just buy
Wow! So,
I hope someone screenshots Sam's face.
now you said it, someone will. 'Cause that's great for me. Thank you. Says my self-esteem isn't bulletproof, Liam. Fucking, I don't even know what to read anymore. I'm just Carmine wants to kill himself as well because we're butchering his points about gender.
Well, there you go. If you join us on the dark web after this, we'll have a double dose of suicide.
Let's all
Yeah.
just drink the Kool-Aid.
Let's just all die. Singer Song Lover
That
says
sounds like a brawl title. Super brawl.
just all
Let's
die.
all die.
that's yeah, that'll be fun whenever Brawl comes back. Singer Song Lover says there's too much bad blood on Team Raw, so SmackDown will win. Samoa Joe and Finn Balor hate each other. Kurt Angle and Triple H hate each other, and Braun Strowman sort of hates everyone.
Yeah.
Good point. Then again, SmackDown, Shane is a tyrannical dictator, and that might cause them to come to blows with honorable, square-jawed American John Cena, always do the right thing. And then you got Randy Orton, who doesn't give a fuck anyway. And Bobby Roode is there. And Shinsuke is there. Wow, this whole match is kind of shitty when you think about it.
I
really.
love how someone posted on Reddit that this match is basically what happens when you press randomize in universe mode.
Well, it fucking is as well, right? Like, what are some of these names? Like, John Cena and Randy Orton on a team.
With Shane
Bobby
McMahon,
Roode
Bobby Roode, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
You
imagine
have
that.
Kurt Angel and Triple H
Yeah,
wrestling
definitely.
on the same team, even though they hate each other. And then just randomly Braun Strowman. Fuck it. Who cares, right? I don't even know what this clusterfuck of a match is going to be like. I'm excited for it, though, because name power and all that good shit. And I feel like it's not going to be a bad match. I feel like War Games, but the match itself really set a precedent for a multi-man match to be crazy. And I don't know if they're going to exceed War Games, because obviously it's a War Games match and it has weapons and everything. So I feel like it's going to be good, though. In terms of who's going to win, though, I gotta pick Raw. Only because, I don't know, I feel like it would be, I guess, more beneficial towards long-term booking rather than just creating a ton of new storylines out of nowhere. If that makes sense.
It makes sense. I disagree with you, but it makes sense.
Fair enough. As long as it makes sense. That's the only thing I give a shit about anymore.
You kind of want storylines to come out of this, though, because it's so like, oh, we randomly coexisted and now we all hate each other for some reason. It's almost like you need something to come out of this.
For some reason, because the writers didn't write a reason.
Yeah, but to be fair, Corey Graves said it better himself. He's like, a week ago, we were all coexisting. It's like, what? So it's just like...
It's because as soon as someone puts on a red shirt with Raw on it, everyone sees blood and goes fucking apeshit. That's why the New Day went apoplectic and invaded. Like, it was crazy. Oh, here's a point. Carmine says Owens and Zayn could fuck over SmackDown. There's a point.
That's
Kevin Owens
also
and Sami
something that
Zayn.
can happen.
Anti-authority storyline going on there. Who knows what could happen? I am curious to see it. I am part excited, but I'm also curious to see, are they going to fuck it up? Is it going to be bad? I hope not. But I feel like it could be.
No, I don't think it can. I don't think it can be bad. It's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you say that, but like
I'm-
they've
I
had good
don't-
names on paper before, and it's just been terrible in the ring. So
in terms of the ending, I couldn't care who won. Let me try and imagine a shit ending. Like, what would be a terrible ending to you guys?
Jinder Mahal gets involved.
yeah,
Anything Jinder.
Goldberg comes back for some reason.
Yeah, because you never know who or what's next.
retirement. That's next.
I don't know.
But
Something
you never know.
I don't know. Vince wins. I don't know. I've got no idea.
Oh, Carmine says, "Fuck off, Andy." Okay. Apparently we can't even mention his name anymore without just intense hatred. Yeah, I didn't want to say trigger because that's not a funny joke.
You're the
It's not.
simplest version of Trump.
Who?
Andy.
Need to work that out.
Everyone just hates you, and you just say Trump or one, and everyone just gets mad.
What the same?
Start shouting.
Oh, and also you keep doing this. The best, the greatest alternative facts. Oh, it's so funny.
Anyway, so I think team. I'm gonna go with a controversial one. Team SmackDown are gonna win because Triple H and Kurt are gonna argue, and I think.
Oh, sorry. Here's a worst case scenario. Team Raw loses. Team Raw loses, and then the Authority comes back, and then I.
Oh God, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's the worst possible thing, so it's gonna happen. Thanks, Andy.
It's somehow your fault if it happens.
How's it my fault?
Because you said it's gonna happen.
And you're like God or something.
He is Vince.
Have some fun, damn it.
Clearly, we're low on energy at this point, so
Yeah,
I'm going with Team SmackDown because no one asked,
Ooh.
so I'm going with SmackDown.
no, we
Yeah,
were waiting for you to talk about it, so that's why we didn't ask. You're going for SmackDown.
No
Any
one
reason?
left me an opening to talk.
Talk, please. Why SmackDown?
I'm going with SmackDown because of the reason that the stipulation is that if Raw loses, Kurt Angle's going to be fired, and I think this is how he's going to transition back into a wrestler. Maybe not a full-time wrestler, but a wrestler.
A wrestler in name.
Yeah.
A wrestler in pay-per-views only.
He walks around in his ring gear, but he just never moves.
A wrestler that doesn't have to take a health test.
And that's been Survivor Series.
Who will walk out the reigning, defending Superplex Megaweight Predictions Champion of the world? Will it be Andy or will it be literally anybody else?
Let's hope it will be literally anybody else.
I also hope it will be literally anything else. It could be someone who maybe likes Hazel and Caramel, or someone who maybe likes Golden Barrel, or Coffee Escape, Roses, a
They all
scrumptious
sound
bunch of
terrible.
chocolates.
They do.
Shut up! They'll kick us out of a brand deal. They're
We don't
great.
have a brand deal, you big Egypt.
Yeah, because you do fuck all around here, and you don't get us brand deals, Andy.
I do
Yeah,
know
you're
we
not
could be
wrong.
sponsored by
Dog treats.
dog treats.
Dog treats.
Dog treats.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
have
no
those
one
in your
cares
home,
about
don't you? Can't imagine who they're for.
Wow. What? Wow.
What? Wait, what are you saying?
What do you think I'm saying?
Looking at paranoid now. It sound really that horrible.
Did you
Did
really?
he really just say that?
Did you really just say?
Or did he just mean
Maybe I did.
What did he mean?
So that was Suplah Series. It was full of arguing and conflicts, much like Survivor Series. Much to my mental dismay, I'm sure. But hey, we survived
The series
of arguments.
of Suplah.
So next live show, it will be aptly Clash of Co-hosts. Let's argue again, all over again. Don't know when it will be. Sometime in December. I don't fucking know anymore. Good cough. 10 out of 10. God, I'm getting so better at this.
I've been Andy Fobb. And we'll see you next time. I am not turning off the light. I don't know where it is in the kitchen. I don't. God's sake, I have to do this every time. Every blinking time.
It's not there.
Where's the stairs? Why are there stairs behind you even though you're in the kitchen?
Because this is the kitchen and the
Turn it
living room
off!
and the entrance.
Oh
way.
God, well I don't know where the other light is.
Stop touching my light.
There it is, back on again. God's sake.